Prof.SUMIOKA's 1 Minute Philosophy.
Hi, how do you do? As-Sunnah, Communitarianism, in Islam. As-Sunnah is the believers of Islam, the Muslim, who emphasize agreements in their community. Islam has no centralized clerical organization, like Catholicism, but following the Quran, God's messages through Muhammad, and the HADITH, the collection of Muhammad's words and deeds, they can keep the teachings anywhere, even alone. However, when something happens that is not prescribed in those, they may be perplexed. Some people, the Shiite, namely, sect, followed Muhammad's successors, Imams, and asked them for the judgment on each occasion. But the majority of people, the Sunnah, rejected the Imams, because there is no mention of it, in either the Quran or the Hadith, and it is rather based on the principle of human equality before God. Following an episode in the Hadith, the Sunnah thinks the Ummah, namely, community, is responsible, to cogitate about an unprescribed problem. So, using analogies and other legal interpretation techniques, the learned Ummah, namely, devout general believers, in the Ummah, spend a long time discussing the unprescribed problem, and they make a new agreement, ijma. In fact, since the Imams have already disappeared in the Shiite, although some believe the Imams will return someday, it also entrusts the judgment of their political leader, Mujtahid, of the learned Ummah, now. Iran is a unified Shiite religious state, centered on the charismatic Mujtahid. On the other hand, although the Sunnah claims a single community, this consensus building is done in each local community, so the judgments often differ depending on the region. For example, both Turkey and Afghanistan are the Sunnah, although Turkey has many female university students, while Afghanistan prohibited women from entering university. Moreover, today, the Sunnah is at greater risk of division, as people of the same ideology will gather together to form radical new communities. Actually, most terrorist groups are the Sunnah independent communities. However, because the Sunnah has no superior organization, it cannot control such fanatical communities. In addition, the Sunnah takes too long time to make a new agreement even in the same community. It is from long ago, weak against European diplomatic tricks and rapid invasion. Even so, the Sunnah is steadily spreading all over the world, with basically common faith, language, and customs. Although it has to spend a long time, it will make unified agreements among itself, and aim for the mutual prosperity. In contrast, is a country that only deceives and robs others, and that only pursues its own wealth and happiness, really a developed one?